Hey everybody, I'm Jess McDonald and I'm joined by Dan Capini,
Hey,
and we're going to be talking about something I saw today, The Walking Dead, 400 Days,
I want to
DLC.
hear everything about this.
Oh man, this was so exciting. So, I mean, both of us are really big fans of the first series.
Yep.
And season 2 is coming up, but basically, if you don't know, 400 Days is it's a liaison episode, basically,
Is that
between
like
the two
Gap
seasons. Yeah. So it's going to have, they're hinting at it having a little bit to do with the things that happened in the first season, but it's also going to affect the things that are going to happen in your game in the second season.
Yep.
So the big thing about Walking Dead is you make decisions and then they have an impact, and you saw that throughout the first 5 episodes of the first season.
Yep.
But what we'll see from 400 Days is those decisions from season 1 having an impact in the mini-sode, and then in season 2, the decisions you make throughout season 1 and 400 Days having an impact. So basically, it looks really cool.
So wait, I have a quick question. What happens then if you hadn't played season 1 and for whatever reason you missed that boat, but you want to jump in at 400 Days?
That's okay.
It's a standalone?
It's standalone. So basically what 400 Days is pretty much the equivalent of one chapter of one of the episodes of the first game. So we're looking at about a 2-hour runtime.
Yeah.
And it's broken up into 5 different stories with 5 different characters. You can choose which one you want to play when. So they just come up on the screen. There is some nature of chronology, but you don't know what it is. So you basically play through the episodes, and then they'll have a wrap-up at the end that wraps up the decisions you made and, how that's had an impact from the very start of the series. So it looks great.
But the content doesn't change based on the order that you do it in, right?
No.
Because otherwise that'd have a totally different dynamic. And then if you played 2 and then 4 and then 3 and then 5 and then 1.
Yeah.
And I played it totally
Well,
differently.
the decisions will have an impact.
Yep.
But it looks awesome. So what we've seen so far, it looks like the formula hasn't changed. They're keeping very much the same thing. I mean, they were so successful the first time round. I think they just decided to go with it. So what we saw was Vincent's story. He was incarcerated on a bus. And it's the start of the zombie outbreak basically, and they're dealing with that and a lot of decision making. We saw some very big decisions already, and I read something
Can you talk about stuff without spoiling it?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil, but they have said they're making it. It's paramount for them to make decisions that will be split really 50-50. They want to make you choose these hard decisions. They want to force it on you to really put your opinion out there and make the hard choices. So it looks awesome.
I have a question for you,
Yes.
Jess McDonald. In the vines that we saw from Telltale Games, there was a thumb, and it looked a lot like Lee's. Was there any mention of any of the season 1 characters in 400 Days?
They're very cagey about season 1. It sounds like I think we will be seeing someone from season 1, if not a few people, but they haven't said anything specific as yet.
Oh man, I can't wait to see more on this. When's it coming out?
It's out in July. So it's out in July. Again, the season 1 bundle on Vita will come out with 400 Days in August, if you want to play that as well. But yeah,
and
should
if
be
you've already
great.
got season 1 here, it's about $5.
That's
so
right, and
it's
a $5 DLC, and season 2 will be out later this year as well if you want to get on that. But until then, Telltale, Walking Dead, awesome.
Yeah, check out more on GameSpot.com. We've got heaps of live shows, as well as you can tweet us you can use the hashtag GameSpot E3.
Sure can.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us.